He's a
minute.
boomer, man. Be like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of right. He is a boomer just a little bit.
Yeah, man. Well, let me position myself here properly. If you want to sit down, you can sit next to me.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta get my
Okay,
avatar
cool.
fixed.
Oh, wow. It seems pretty good right now.
Hey, what's up, Pops?
What's up, Egg? I'm sorry that it's a phone mic. I really apologize.
Better get your stuff fixed for Sharknado tonight.
I hope so. I really do. Oh, this stinks. I like the freaking storm, dude. It's pitch black in here.
Well, yeah, it's storming outside for me too, because I live in the East Coast.
Everything is out. So yeah, you know the deal. Everything is out over here. So it cut my stream like right away. So
Yeah, you were playing Horizon, and then it just cut when you're talking about burgers and eating McDonald's.
it's like I think it was Burger King heard that and just boom shut it down.
Yeah.
They knew it. They knew it. They knew it.
All right.
Don't go in and out. There we go.
Yeah, if you want, you can look at the chat. I think right when you're in a Discord call on the phone. I'm not sure.
Let's see. I just minimized. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, it should work. Though.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll
Awesome.
pull up Twitch.
Yeah, you'll see what I look like. You know, you probably haven't seen me in like how long?
Let's see. Hopefully this will. Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
turned
it's
into a
working.
female.
Wow. No, I'm just it's a disguise. I'm blending in.
That's a very good disguise.
Yeah, I just faked my own death or something. Don't worry about it.
Well, how do I lower the stream? Mute the stream. Hold on.
You can make it chat only. If you click the cogwheel, there should be a button that says chat only.
Yeah, that's what I am going to do. There we go. Chat. There we go. Got it. All right, I got chat on.
Awesome.
Perfect. Excellent.
All right. What time is it? Let me see. 7:28. Hold on. Whoopsie.
Yes.
So we're basically still on schedule for everything. Let me reposition myself because I sit down. Okay, we're good. All right, I'll start it up and then we'll fire off the questions. See, I'm prepared. You know,
Sounds good.
I got all my questions prepped up. We also got the chat. We also got Egg looking at chat as well. So awesome. All right, let's start.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. That's me, That One Rebel. It's Late Night of Rebel with special guest Nagzz. He's in our mind, and Egg sitting next to me to my right. So, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Nagzz?
Yeah, it cut out. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
And just to state to everyone and to Rebel, I apologize. Very unprofessional. The storm actually cut all my power out and ended my own stream early too. And I'm on my phone, so I apologize about the bad audio quality. And if I sometimes have to go, can you repeat that? I'm not old and you know can't hear. It's just because the internet is cutting out on here, so I apologize.
I'm just gonna say you're a boomer. You know.
I'm a bazoomer.
Oh, bazoomer. Okay. All right.
I gotta go.
All right. Let me start off by asking, you know, how are you doing today? Besides, you know, the storm and everything, both to you, Egg and Nagzz.
I'm doing good. We have a movie night tonight with Sharknado 2, the greatest series ever made. But
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I know that's Egg's favorite. It's a movie, right? Is it a movie?
it's a movie
Yeah.
series, yeah. There are 6 of them.
Wait,
We're on number 2.
wait, there's 6 Sharknadoes? I thought it was just like 1 or something.
No, there's 6.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, there's 6.
All right. Well, that's gonna sound like fun if your internet's, you know, working tonight. But yeah, if your internet does decide to like connect or you know fix, you can always just jump in here and.
Oh yeah, if my power goes right on, I'm just gonna hop right in.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah. Again, I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. You know, the show must go on, as I always say. So my first question I want to ask you is, how did you get into VRChat initially? Back in August of 2017, what was your first impression of VRChat, and why did you record it and make YouTube videos? Because I think technically you already were a YouTuber, right? Like you already like had a channel, and then you decided to jump into VRChat. So I'm kind of curious how that initially all started.
Yeah, good question. How it started was, and if I cut out, let me know.
Yeah.
But how it started was, I actually I went to my buddy's house, and I did videos on YouTube it was a thing called Stupidity Online. It was so cringy. Oh my god! But there was
A
like,
little bit.
oh, so bad. But there was like a group of 30 people that watched me, and they liked it. And I would, I made sure I made videos for them. I loved entertaining them. And I went to my buddy's house, and he had a VR headset, and I put it on, and it was magical. It was crazy. There were no hand controllers at the time too, so Oculus actually didn't release them yet, so it was that old.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, I was like, I gotta buy one. So I bought one. I played it for about 4 days. I spent like $1,000 on it. This is back before anything, and
The dev
and it
kit
sat
won.
there. Yeah, and it sat there. It literally sat there until one day I wound up getting laid off from my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really upset. And there were a lot of things going on. Even though everything was kind of good in my life, I just felt something missing. And I was like, I saw the headset there, and it was just so strange. I picked it up, and I put it on. I looked around for a few games, and I found a game called VR Chat. I went in there, and the first like 6 people I met, there's only like 10 people playing. I met Rad for the very first time. I
Yep.
decided to record it too, because I first went in there without recording, just to kind of check it out. And just the feelings I was getting, it felt like it was a place where I was making these friendships with people. It was just so beautiful. It's like, I have to show the world this. This is incredible. And I did. I started recording videos on it, but my original viewers did not like it. They wanted my stupid videos back. But I told them, like, guys, this is so cool. Like, look at what's happening. And I kept going with it, though, because I felt it was so magical, and it changed my life. And here we are today.
That's crazy. Yeah, because you said that you had a job, and your job was like marketing, right?
Yes. Yeah, I was in marketing for about 4 to 5, maybe 6 years, something around there, right after college. Yeah, for quite some time. That was always my dream. I never wanted to be a content creator. I never wanted to be a streamer, I did YouTube on the side for fun, and I streamed on Twitch for fun. I would leave work at like 6, and then I'd stay up till like 3 in the morning editing my stupid videos just for the small group of people for fun. It was a hobby, and yeah, I just did it, kind of. As a thing to make me, feel better. It was just fun. It was a hobby like anybody does. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's relatable because, I did YouTube way back in like 2012, just like Let's Play stuff, because I was inspired by like PewDiePie and, Markiplier and, Rooster Teeth and stuff like that. So I just
The Let's Play days.
Yeah, the Let's Play days back when Machinima was still a company, still a thing. It's like closed down all now, but it's funny because I actually own a Machinima hoodie. Like, I actually bought one.
Oh my god.
And it's sitting on my, what do you call it? My closet, like, hanger. And I always just look at it, I'm like, damn. Like, this is actually, like, they don't sell them anymore. So
they don't.
So it's like a limited edition. Man. So
that's so cool.
And I made videos just like, I didn't really do any editing. It was just like real amateur, just like, I sit down, play a game, and it was so awkward. I made like 1,300 videos, and I hid them all. I might, unprivate
1,300?
Yeah, I made a lot of videos.
Wow.
I used to publish, because I started YouTube in 2012 when I was a senior in high school. When I was 17, I'm 24 now, and I would stay up like all night recording, and I would just talk to myself. I would just be like, all right, guys, for playing whatever. And it was so bad. It was so cringe because I'm not used to talking to myself, right? I'm used to talking, interacting with people. Talking to people is easy because you have the conversations back and forth, banter or whatever, right? But when you're sitting there talking to yourself, you have to pretend someone's watching, and it's really hard.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
So yeah, and then I made videos all the time, and I made like, I don't know, I made like 5 to 6 videos a day. That's how often I uploaded. I was mental. I was just like pumping out videos like crazy.
That's insane.
And
that is insane.
My upload speed was so bad at home that I actually, because I still went to high school for my final year, so I used my school's internet to actually upload my videos. Because the school's internet was 30
That's
up.
how you utilize school right there. That's how you utilize school.
I mean...
For YouTube.
I mean, 30 upload. I mean, the videos would upload in literally 2 minutes, like a 20-minute video. It was just like just like a cut like
Mhm.
there's no editing to it. It's just like
Let's
part
play.
one.
Let's plays at that time were huge. That was like the
Yeah,
thing in around 2012, 2013. That's everybody did Let's Plays. That was the boom of Let's
yeah.
Plays.
But what actually got me like some viewership wasn't actually doing the Let's Plays. It was actually me playing Gary's mod, playing a game mode called Trouble in Terrorstown, where it's about like deception, and I don't know if you ever played it.
Yeah, TTT.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
TTT. So that's what I was known for because I got really good at being a trader essentially, just like going on these killing sprees and killing like 12 players per round, and people thought I was like cheating. I even got banned from some servers because they literally thought like, oh, he's cheating. Like, there's no way this one guy is like he's like basically Rambo. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like I actually watched some of your videos just earlier, like a couple hours ago, just to remind myself. Um, it's kind of
Being a good
crazy.
host, a good podcast host.
Hey, I
I
do.
gotta say,
Listen,
impressive.
listen. I gotta do my homework. I don't just show
Yeah.
up and be like, let's just talk to him about random stuff. So what I was noticed that in your like early videos is well, you had like a little. I don't think anyone noticed this, but you had like this little like YouTube thing like next to you that like told your subscriber count. Like, what is that? Like,
Yes, that was it was a thing called a metric. I still have it. I still have it, and I thought it was so cool. It was
You
like
haven't broke it yet?
$200. I have not broken it. It still kind of
oh,
works. It still works somewhat. I've hit it a few times by accident,
oh,
especially in VR where I have no space really. But
mm-hmm.
it was like $200 or $150 back at the day. I don't know how much it is now. It's probably a lot cheaper, but I thought it was so cool, and it always gave me like I always had it set so where I slept, I would wake up. It would give me inspiration, like it always had like 150 subscribers on it, and I would wake up each day and I look at that and I'd be like, there's 150 people there that I
Yeah,
want to try to entertain, and I would look at that each day, before I went to work. I'd be like, no, I got to do my job at work, which I'm going to work really hard in, because I love marketing, and then I want to come
mm-hmm.
home and entertain that group. So it was kind of more of an inspiration thing to me to always stare at it and look and remember it's not a number. Those are real people behind that number. So it was kind of like a
Exactly.
reminder type thing.
It was interesting because like I know that you edited your videos back and forth. So what I mean by that is like in some of the videos you could see that your viewer count was like 1,000, and in the same video it said like 1,200, and then it went back to 800. So I knew that it was multiple sessions. I know.
Yes. You could see it jumping, and I knew I had to get rid of that soon because my subscriber count was blowing up.
Yeah.
So that thing was like going up like crazy. It would be like 21,000 subs, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, it'd be like 25,000 subs. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I could see it jumping up, and then it also said on live. So I don't think you were streaming on YouTube, but I think you're just using OBS. But it would trigger the on live setting.
Yes, yeah, correct.
Okay,
And
that's what I
with
thought.
that too, I had to get rid of that because you have a keen eye, and I know other people, because I try to notice everything when I was editing, but a lot of people do too. And I was like, all right, I don't want them knowing I'm using older footage to try to make this show. I want them to think it's all
Hey,
kind of like flows nicely. You know what I mean? I don't want any distractions.
I mean, there's like a couple like episode like 10 or something. You like changed like shirts like 3 times. I was like, well,
I
he doesn't own like just black shirts. It's like a sweater, and then it's just like
I did,
a
yeah.
tank. I was like, what's going on here, man?
Because I lost heat. I remember in there, so I put a sweater on because it was like freezing.
hmm
So and it just I remember that. I know what you're talking about.
the best part that I liked about the old videos, about like just meeting people very genuine. I always thought this was funny is that when people play VR or like record it or stream it for the first time, people always like use webcam, and I always thought that was funny because technically in webcam you're just like just moving your arms up and down. You're like, what is this doofus doing? Like, what are you doing? But in the game you're doing stuff, but if you just looked at the webcam, you're just sort of like bending over, hitting your mic and hitting your leg or whatever. I always thought that was funny.
Especially with his 2x2 playroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I've hit that mic. I broke that Yeti so many times I broke it just from simply hitting it so much. It withstood a lot though.
yeah.
But yeah, I hit a lot of things, and I also thought that was because I decided to keep the webcam on because I had such a small space. I noticed I would always be hitting things, and
Mhm.
I knew it was just inevitable to avoid it. So I was like, this would make for some good content too, and give some people some laughs. So I left the webcam on.
Here's a good
Yeah.
question. Knowing your small play space, how many mics and keyboards have you gone through just playing VR chat?
Yeah.
Oh, uh, probably around not a crazy amount, probably like 4, and I went through 2 Yeti mics.
That's a crazy
Oh
amount.
God,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I still have my old mic. I still have the AT2020 that I bought like 6 years ago. So
When you punch, I see. The thing is, you only see a few times where I hit it during the videos, but I was playing VR chat like,
crazy.
oh my god, like crazy, and especially when new things, you're super excited, and I didn't, especially in the beginning of playing, I didn't really get to like I know where my play space is now. Like you won't see me hitting any
Mhm.
walls anymore
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
used to, because I kind of got the feel of it now after so long. But in the beginning, I had no idea where I was half the time, so I'd be hitting walls, I'd be knocking things over, it was bad.
I'm surprised that the Oculus Rift would even let you play in that small play space. Like literally just like and basically this chair. Like that's it. Like
Well, he couldn't crouch, so
oh yeah, that's right. You can't even bend over. You can't even play Beat Saber.
like he
I
tried to
can't play
crouch
beat.
and
Yeah,
he's just standing still.
yeah, it's bad. I can't play Beat Saber. I tried it once as a
Mhm.
joke on stream, and I hurt my hand really bad. I hit the side of my desk. It was an interesting stream.
You can
So
play
I played one
you
time.
can play Beat Saber in VR chat, you know. Now, you know. You don't have to crouch.
Is that
Yeah, I
Shishi's
think I
map?
kind of fixed one of the things where like I could crouch now if I stand up and then set it, so it'll actually crouch me down. But
Ah,
yeah, but for the most part, I'm always standing.
interesting. So my next question I wrote down is how did you design your first avatar and how did that avatar develop over time? Now, I don't think anyone would remember, but your first avatar wasn't actually Leon. Your first avatar that you worked on yourself that you said was Mafia 2.
Hmm.
What's his name? Uh, the main
The main
character.
character from Mafia 2,
2.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
forget
guy.
his name.
Vito. That's his name. Vito Castelli or something like that. I don't remember. Mafia 2.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, what?
There, he's back.
Oh, he's back. Oh, he's cutting now. I see.
You there, Joey?
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello!
Oh, I am so sorry about that. It just disconnected. I heard up to first Avatar. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So, let me actually repeat my question here. I wrote it down. See, prepared here. How did you design your first avatar, and how was that avatar develop over time? So I know that your first avatar wasn't Leon. It was actually Mafia 2 Vito. That was the first
Yes.
avatar. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you said, "Oh, I wanted to get an avatar that looks like me."
Yes. That's what I did. I was like looking around for and it's really hard to find guy avatars as it is. And then I
Yeah.
wanted to try to find something that kind of like resembled me or looked like me. And I remember I made that video where I got Vito. It took me forever to do. The first 2 days I spent working on that avatar. 2 days just to get it in, like not custom designing or anything, just to get it to work. And I told the story earlier where I asked some guy to help me, and I showed him my avatar, and it was all messed up, and he said, "No, I can't help you," and he left.
Oh.
But I finally got it working from some help from someone. I
Damn,
got
dude.
someone to do it for me and help me, and someone in the community. I forgot his name at the time, but so I did that, and yeah, I just wanted something to kind of look like me, someone, and that was the closest thing I could get, sadly.
I mean, for his first avatar, it's not bad. Like, cause early on when I first started playing in December, I quickly wanted to make my own avatar, and eventually that turned into be Kenny from Telltale's The Walking Dead, which is bankrupt now. But like, that was the first avatar that I imported. It didn't have Vice memes. It didn't have eye tracking at all, and the bones were like not even like they were messed up. Like the avatar could barely work in
Yeah, I
VR.
actually still have the very first avatar I uploaded into this game.
Oh, power! Power! Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, he's
oh,
back.
oh. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, if your computer's on, I'm coming on.
All right, he's coming on. He's coming on,
Oh,
gamers.
oh.
Yeah,
Well then,
he gets excited over the stupidest things.
literally a boomer, man.
Very much so.
Wait, is that why he's coming in? Is this your first avatar? I can show you
Yes. This is the
mine.
first one I ever uploaded.
Nice. So when did you start playing actually?
November, early November, 2017.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
started in December 10th. I know the exact date because if you look at on Steam, it tells you when you purchase games, and obviously if your chat's a free game, it still counts as purchasing it.
Yes, it
And
does, and it tells you the date that you purchased it.
yeah, so mine's December 10th, and that's the same day I played December 10th at night. That's how I
Yeah,
know.
I actually installed it like I think it was September or October, but I never actually turned it on until early November.
Okay.
Very first day, first night that me playing this game, I actually met Joey in a presentation room. That
Really?
was back whenever he did the undercover things, when he'd go undercover,
Mhm.
and you could tell it was him because it just sounds like him with a sock in his mouth.
Interesting. Do you want to end the call and just talk in game?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Hello.
Hello? Awesome. Well, he'll be getting in here. Hopefully.
I also tossed in. Oh wait, I have you muted.
Damn it!
There we go. That's better.
Hello?
Hello. I also put in. I was looking on Twitter at the tweet you put up, and there were some questions under the tweet, and I'm still looking at a few, and I've tossed in a few questions that I saw
Okay.
in that
Yeah.
Discord call.
Yeah, I can see that. I have Oculus Dash. I think I told Nags about this. I don't know if he ever used it, but Oculus Dash allows me to see my computer without actually like lifting up my headset, so I can read everything you're writing right now. It also says also looking at Twitter, so we'll toss some questions as in here from so and so. Nerd, what? Okay. Yeah, Oculus Dash is very nice. That's the only thing I like about the Oculus, besides it being like really easy and pretty cheap. Oculus Dash is so good. I think the Vive has something equivalent, but I'm not sure. I think it's like virtual desktop or something like that.
Yeah. I gotta figure out how to play Oculus games on the Vive because I've learned from a friend that Sharknado has a Oculus game that's only
Oh
exclusive
my
to the Oculus store,
God.
and I really want to play it, but I can't because I have a Vive and not an Oculus.
What else is there?
So I gotta figure out
I
how to do
think
that.
the Oculus does have some pretty interesting Oculus. I think that poker game was poker. No, Poker Stars is not exclusive. But that was a fun game. I remember that. I played Nags in poker and he won. I don't think
Yeah, a lot of people were all over Poker Stars for a while.
yeah, I don't think he ever got his trophy though.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh snap! I think I came in like 5th or something like that. I didn't do too well. It's because he kept pressuring me, man. He just kept taking all my chips.
At one of the at a friend's birthday party that a lot of us from Joey's Discord went to earlier this year, we had a beer pong tournament that we bought we actually went into Walmart and got a little plastic WWE belt, and you may be able to see it in the back of some of his streams. He did not win that tournament, but he's like, all right, I'm still taking this home. It's mine. So he just left with the belt,
heck,
even though he didn't win.
That's not fair, dude. Getting some lore here. You want a good program like that for Vive Rad? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's virtual desktop. Like basically, I can look at my desktop and I can put it anywhere. I can put it in front of me, to the sides, and I can also have it display permanently there, and you can't see it, which I like because I'm using OpenVR, which is supposed to be used for the Vive, but I'm using Oculus, so it doesn't display anything. If I want like my desktop to display, I would have to use Oculus Mirror instead. But I don't want you to see like my DMs or where the hell I'm doing. Because sometimes like I'm loading into a map and I'm streaming, so I just look at like Twitter for like a minute or something like that, or look at some DMs. And I can DM people in real time, so it's really good. Like at least Oculus did that, but I think everything else, I don't know. Like Oculus S, it's like whatever and all that stuff. And there's no full body tracking, and I don't know. Oculus, man. I mean, there's the Vive Cosmos, but I heard it's not that good. The Vive Pro is good, but the mic is crap. So I don't know. And there's the Index. Wow, Nike stealing belts? Yeah, exactly. Well, you bought that? You literally? Index A, the mic is nice?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm currently
All
raising
set.
money for. So, what are you saying?
Oh, I was reading Joey's message in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Said he's all set, so he'll be coming in soon. It looks like.
Oh, I see. Okay, all set. Thank God. Yeah, then you can actually look inside this world. I mean, there's like posters and stuff you can look at. I was showing stream earlier. It's my world, so he needs to either request off of me or I'll invite him whenever he gets on. So he's offline still. Took Hake's money and ran. Yeah, exactly. Like that laptop? No? Oh shit, dude.
I like it.
Oh.
Ah, Jesus.
What?
Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Are you getting on VR chat? Yeah, hop on any desktop.
Yeah, you don't need to be in VR. It's just for me.
Alright.
To control these cameras and stuff. Because you can't stick a camera. I use the camera stuff while you're in desktop.
Alright.
That's the only reason I do this in VR.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I could do these interviews in
Christ, that scared me.
desktop, but I would need to have like another account, and then they go in the cube. So.
The cube?
I see you're doing your daily interviews. Yeah, yeah. I do my daily interviews, man. Oh yeah, I should say
You
this.
have a cube?
You see that like gray thing over there? It's not really a cube, but you know, if you stand in there, your eyeballs will burn.
Oh, Jesus.
What did I tell you?
That reminds me of, do you remember, did you play when they had the panorama cube at the hub?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's how back in the day when Team 5 when we did podcasts. Oh, there's Joey.
Yeah.
So yeah, when
I
we
know
yeah, it's basically a circle. You can make a circle. I just made a cube, but like it's just a shader, and then it takes the screen, and then there's a camera. It's invisible. It's in front of you, and then it displays. And then I switch the camera angles on the desk.
Yeah.
So
I remember Joey got trapped in there and freaked out in that thing in the hub. That was great.
yeah, I'm just showing off all the camera angles, but look at that audience. Yikes.
Wait.
There's no one in the audience. Oh wait, yeah, you can sit there. Easy.
Woo. Alright.
Wow.
I know this couch.
Oh, yeah, it's a prefab. That's how you know. Oh no, change it to a whole set. There you go. Look at that. Look at all that space. It's almost like I planned for like podcasts or something. Crazy audience. Yeah.
All right. Check.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Check.
Yeah, I can hear you from
Can you
here.
hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay. Any background sound? Is it good?
We're
you're good.
All right. Hey.
Hey.
Swear, if I sit, I'll look scuffed. So I'm gonna look
Okay.
tall.
That's fine. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good. Can't believe
Heck
it.
yeah.
Desktop.
Oh my God. I know. I don't want to spend the time getting
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up.
yeah,
I wanted
it's
to come
fine.
right in. I apologize. Oh, it feels so good. I can hear you crystal clear. Am I sounding all right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful. I'm ready.
We're good. All right. We'll continue where we left off. May have to speed run
right.
some questions because time
Sure.
is
Yeah.
getting short. But anyway, so we last left off talking about like your avatar. So you talked about how like your first avatar was from Mafia 2, and then you had some issues and eventually got that one, and then you picked a Leon. I'm kind of curious, why did you pick Leon and also the Mafia version of Leon from Resident Evil 4?
Actually, it wasn't even my doing.
Oh,
Well,
really?
that.
What?
But it wasn't my doing. It was Gamma who created it. So Gamma
Oh.
actually, he was just like Joey. He was like practicing on avatars and things, and he wanted to make one since everybody was making custom avatars and getting them. And he was like, I made something for you, and he designed the whole thing. He took Leon from Resident Evil. He did the Tommy gun with the Nomad 6 logo. He did everything. It was awesome, and it's a big thanks to him. He was the creator. He was the sole
Nice.
Joey Bagel's creator. Yeah.
The funny part was that you used that avatar for like how long? Like a year? You got that like
A long time.
Yeah, a long time, and it didn't have eye tracking and it didn't have voice mute, which is the funniest part because
It was.
whenever
it was so bad.
whenever someone will look at you, you're just like staring at them blankly. It's just like
That's and it gave that feel too. You know, even though I'm like a nice guy, but it gave that mafia feel too. You know, just blank staring. You know, and just kind of like dead inside. You know, like not phased. But that's how it always was. And whenever you know, during the storyline, any of my waifus that I kissed or dating, you know, during the whole series, whenever they had to kiss me, inside my face was, oh god, it was creepy. It was like two giant weird eyeballs and like a weird. It was creepy. It was very creepy.
it's because your
big
model,
props to them for dealing with that.
It's because your model's 3D, so like your eyeball's actual like an eyeball. So you could
Yeah, it's creepy.
you could technically make it blink because my model's just like yours is a 3D mesh. So you could make it like actually blink and stuff, but it takes a lot of time. Someone, one of my friends, Wyatt, he did mine. He took hours to do it because he had to make all the shape keys for like the mouth movements and everything. It took way too long. Like that's why everyone's anime in this game because it's way easier.
Big shout out to Lamphere, Rad, Zen, Matt6 for dealing with that during the RP, because it's creepy. Because I even got to once someone had a clone of it and I tested it, so I kissed myself to go check it out, and oh my god, it was like, oh my god, I was like, let me see this, you know, what do they see? And it was not pretty. So
You're like kissing yourself.
well, I just wanted to see what they were seeing. It wasn't me doing. I was like, let me see what they see, because everybody talked about it. I never got to see it, so and it was bad. Oh, God.
All right. So I wanted to ask the question: do you remember how we first met, Club Rogue RP? I met you prior to this. Did you actually know that I actually met you at the Great Pug and at Gaia Night, and I heard you in passing. So I'll give you some like the Gaia Night, Great Pug, and then I'll let you talk about how we met at Club Rogue. So prior to meeting you during that roleplay, I actually met you I think twice, and it was only for like 30 seconds at a time. And it was when Team 5 was still around, and then I think it was with Whoops, and then I think we're at like all the way at the top of the Great Pug and the Roost, and then Whoops, or whoever it was like, yo, Joey Bagels is here. I'm like, who? I'm like, who's that? Who? I'm like, who is this guy? Why is he important? He's like, oh, he's like a YouTuber guy. I'm like, what? It was like, because I started playing with all the streamers, so like we're all Twitch streamers. We're like, who's this YouTuber?
Yeah, it was the whole Twitch side.
Yeah. So we're like, who's this guy? And I think you didn't talk to me. I was still Kenny, and then you're just like, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Whoops. And then you laugh. You're like, I gotta go be with my waifus or whatever you're doing. I don't remember. Same thing with Guy and I.
Was it that time? Because I think was it that time? Because at the Pug, the first time I met Whoops, it was someone was like, we gotta get Joey and Whoops to meet each other. We always wanted to meet.
Yeah.
Like, me and Whoops always wanted to. I think it was, and then we went to the top of the Pug. It was in the Pug, and people were like, I got Joey here, and Whoops is here. We have to have a meeting. Like everybody like circled around. It was like from a movie, and like Whoops was like Joey. I was like Whoops. Yeah, we actually got to meet, and we hugged, and then he was like, come with me, let's go, let's go eat. We just RP'd like a joke around, like we left and like did a whole like a dinner date RP, and it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. So that was my first encounter. Were you there that time?
I was there, but I think you and him left. I was just like, I remember seeing you, and that was it. Like just like being in the foreground, I wasn't actually.
Yeah, there was a lot of people around. I remember it was like everybody was crowded around us, and Whoops was like, "Come on, Joey, we gotta go. Let's go. We finally, after each other, we went to that place. So and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then I remember I met you at Gaia Night, which like nobody goes to anymore. But I remember meeting you there, and then again, I think it was with Whoops or Poke or somebody, and then you're like, hey, what's up? You're like, what's going on, guys? And you're like, I gotta go. Dude, that was basically it. Every single time, I was like, I gotta go.
Dude, because it would get crowded around me on top of that, and like there were a lot of places I wanted to try to get to everyone,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there was only so much time during the day. I felt bad, and then it started getting, like worse, not in a bad way. I love talking to people in VR chat, and meeting them, and I'm very. I don't mind being crowded around. I've gotten used to it. In the beginning, it was very overwhelming. I actually hated it. And But I've gotten so used to it, and I understand that just everybody deserves the same respect to each other. You know, people are excited to see. Like, I'd be excited if I got to meet Markiplier. You know, and I told him I'm no Markiplier, but I get it. You know, like you're excited, and they deserve my attention. So I try to give it to everyone, and sometimes it just gets a little crazy. That's all. You know, and yeah. So and a big shout out to Shizui, because Shizui actually was the one that got me and Whoops together to meet, because we wanted to meet each other. So it was a big thank you to him.
So I wanted to bring until we actually met. We actually met during the season 4 roleplay for the crossover, which was at Club Rogue, and it was funny because I would just sit down. I was the pimp, and I would play the music for the dancers and do my thing. And I always see you and Chips like go off and do your business or whatever. And then I was just like, I need to interact with Joey. I need to do something. So eventually, at one point, I saw you that you're available, and then you were at the balcony, and then you're just by yourself. It's like, oh, finally, he's not busy talking. I don't want to, interrupt anything. And it was the funniest part because I don't know if you remember, but you were going to the bathroom. You're on the edge.
On the ledge.
Yeah, and then you're
going
to the bathroom. And I said, like, what's up, bro? What's going on? You're like, hold on a minute. I'm just taking a piss or whatever.
I know. You interrupted me as I'm peeing. I'm like, yo, you can't do that. Like, just 1 second, bro. Let me just.
Well, I didn't know. I just, like, why is he by himself at the edge? I think it was because Chips told you. It's because Chips told you don't have a bathroom. You just go to the balcony.
Yeah, I was like, you don't have a bathroom in this place? I was like, what place is this? You know, he was like, well, you just use the balcony. Let it hang a bit. I was like, let it hang. What is this place? All right, I'll be right back. And then I went to go pee. And then you came up to me. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then I think shortly after that, I think I talked for like a couple minutes, and then we went to like the top of the airship, and then we actually had a proper conversation. So for like,
I remember that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're like.
I enjoyed that RP.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that so much.
Me too. It's because it was happened every night, so I looked forward to it, to being there and then interacting with people. And like, it was my first time meeting, you guys, like meeting the YouTubers, Ashnera, Egg, Land for Oathmeal, everybody, like all the.
If you really think about it, it got Twitch and YouTube like. It was really a crossover. It was absolutely a crossover. It was crazy. Even got this one. Even got this one involved over here. He's like he was creating his own. He was like creating a spy, like a whole spy system on Chips. He was the smart one of the kids, which he still is. He absolutely is. Oh, yeah. But even though he's just. But it was a lot of fun, and getting everybody involved. What
if I told you I have my own spy system?
I would believe it. I would absolutely believe it.
So,
you are a very networking guy. I like what you do with these podcasts. You try to get to everyone. You don't leave everybody. You're trying to get to everybody. You are like a community asset. I always respect that.
I got my my fingers in everything. Don't burn bridges, kids. Always build them. And what I mean by building a spy network during the roleplay, and then we'll move on to the next question. So what I meant by that is because I was the quote-unquote entertainment manager, I had a lot of dancers. So I would bring in the dancers, like Jakey, for example, the queen. And what if I told you that I asked every single dancer to dance for people, and then spy and eavesdrop on every single person on the club?
I'm glad I didn't get a dance, so I didn't get one. I was wholesome.
I mean, Chips got a dance.
I was wholesome.
Yeah, are you sure?
Chips got a dance. I did not get one. Joey did not get one. I was wholesome.
What if I told you, you are technically, Jakey is one of your waifus still, right?
Well, no, because that episode ended. Joey got hurt. Joey got hurt, and it left in a cliffhanger where she went in and she was like, I'll always take care of you, after Joey was hurt, and she left after he hit his head, and she left, and that was where it ended. So you don't know that. You don't know, actually.
True, so. I guess, but you never know. Maybe Jakey still works for me. Spoiler.
Interesting.
Why did you think she just randomly helped you? Do you think that was just random? Do you think there's a point in that? I'm just saying.
Interesting. It's fascinating. That's why I love RP so much. It's fascinating. It's so cool.
But yeah, that's what I did. So I knew almost everything that happened. I even did my own spying. Like there was you weren't around all the time. I was gonna talk to you about it, but it didn't happen. Instead, I talked to I think Curry Games and I think Egg instead or something. But a couple people are plotting to like murder you, quote unquote. So I hid behind like a little like I don't know what do you call it, like box or something. They couldn't see me, and they didn't know I was there.
This is the spy man over here. Hides behind a box.
Yeah, I was hiding behind a box. I was crouched. I had to physically get on my floor in real life so that because you couldn't prone. So I had to get on the floor and like just like hide, and I just eavesdropped, and they were talking about wanting to murder you or something. So I was just like, oh my god. And then I told Curry Games, and then I guess you're still alive to this day, right?
Damn right I am.
Oh, okay. Good. I did something.
Yeah, you did, and I'm here. I'm here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be dead. So.
Are you sure this isn't a trap?
This I don't know if this is a cycle or whatnot, but.
Oh, okay.
He's what? This is.
I mean, you're defenseless.
Is that a McDonald's arch?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's a heart. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just you're turning into a bunny girl or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Your true purpose in life.
True. So my next question is, tell me how Bagel Bandit started and how did it develop over time, and then eventually, obviously, the Bagel Bandits or the Bagel Club essentially being built.
See, a lot of people remember like the Bagel Bandits, and I remember when the crossover RP happened. I remember I talked to Whoops to see if he would join my side as an alliance, and he was like, "I'd love to join the Bagel Boys." You know, and I just went along with it. I was like, "The hell are the Bagel Boys?" It was like the Bagel Bandit, but then even so, the Bagel Bandits weren't even a thing. I just love Whoops. He's like, "I'd love to join the Bagel Boys," and like I knew that like Stealth was like his stepdad or his dad or something, so it was a big deal for him to side with me, and it was just cool RP stuff. But the Bagel Bandits actually started through the Patreon Discord. In the very beginning, in the Patreon Discord we have now, we have like 300 people in it, and it's like a whole big family. How that started though, there was like 12, 15 people maybe in the beginning days, and I just made that Discord because the VR Chat community Discord, a lot of content creators were kind of starting their own Discords and things, and a lot of people were like, when are you gonna create your own? And I didn't want to. I wanted to kind of create that place as a hub for all of us to kind of share and just as a big group. But I get it, everybody tends to do their own thing, and rightfully so. And I decided, I was like, well, I don't want to make a public Discord because at the time everybody going in that Discord was coming from my streams. The majority, there's 1,000 new people every week from the YouTube streams. So I made a Patreon Discord, and those guys created the Bagel Bandits, and they had armbands and everything, and like a whole bunch of things. And then over time it just it was just like a little joke type thing. So there was really no Bagel Bandits so much. I guess it was just like kind of a joke. And over time it was mostly everything revolved around my family, like with Egg and the kids. That was like my crew, and I didn't have like an army or group. Everybody thought I was so powerful in the RP, but I really wasn't. All I had was my family, and that's really, as a guy like Joey, all he needed was his family, to get through, and could still have that presence of being a tough mobster, where you don't know much about him or what he stands for, but it was just a man who had a backing of his family. So I really didn't have an army, but a lot of people thought I did, and it's the perception a lot that you could do a lot more damage with. So and then Bagel Bites today is it's just a club for us all to hang out in and have a good time.
Yeah,
so
I've been there.
That's the history of it. It's nice. So Foxy did a great job. It's looking beautiful. I can't wait.
She showed me. It's really nice actually. Like, I'm impressed. It reminds me of that like old style like jazz club. At least to me.
Yeah, that's like what we want, a hangout. Like there's so many clubs nowadays, and I love clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many, we wanted to do it differently. He did a fantastic job. He's a genius. Foxy's a genius. He's he's so creative and so smart. So big thank you to him. And to a lot of people that helped. A lot of people helped with it. And a big thank you to everybody. It's going to be a fun place to hang out. A fun place for everybody to kick back and relax.
I'm planning on getting a suit because obviously this isn't a proper attire to be interviewing people as a host, but also technically, I mean, am I still classified as the manager? I know you're the owner.
I am the owner, we will be having this one over here is who you probably have to get on the good graces of. He basically even through RP
innocent.
and everything, but in IRL, like without Egg, I'd be a lost cause. This dude
That's
right
true.
here literally helps me with everything. When I'm late to something,
Yeah.
or if I forget, he's like, "Yo, don't forget, you have this to go to, you have this to go to, you have this to do. Don't forget about this." Without
Secretary.
him, I would be, oh my god, I would be lost. He's not only just an amazing friend, but if a lot of people say, "Hey, you keep this community together," and this and that, well, then that's Egg that does that, because without him, I'd be lost. So everybody plays a role in everything, and he is a big asset to me. Great friend, and I'd be lost without him.
Hello.
Hello.
And he's dumb, which makes me feel smarter, because I'm also dumb.
Wait, what do
so.
you mean?
Dumb and
Just
dumber.
kidding. He's actually he's really smart. He's actually very, very smart.
I'm no longer helping you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can switch cameras so I can show them, because I have a different camera that shows the people sitting in the chairs. Boom. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I hopefully the club finishes in a reasonable time, and we'll have some hangouts. Do you
for
plan
sure,
on
man.
using it for roleplay or just hangouts?
Yeah, I know a lot of people want to use it for roleplay. I plan on doing it too. And, injecting some fun back into it, and also using it for hangouts, so it'll be a nice mix, and it fits that capability to do both. You don't have loud music blasting in there like a club, Now you got like a more of a, business deal type side, and so many different things where you could have dinner, you could relax, you could play beer pong and have it as like a party room type thing. You could have it as a jazz type place. You could have it as a meeting, a sit down, a mob sit down, a business sit down. There's so many different things you could do with it. So
Yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
get my suit done. You don't worry about it. I already got it drawn up.
yeah,
I'll get my suit.
exactly. Yeah, you gotta dress to impress when you go there.
Of course, I can't be wearing
gotta-
this. I'm not a
gotta have good attire.
biker, like,
It's
Yeah, I actually do plan on getting a suit, not just for like just the club, just for doing interviews and stuff. I have a lot of bigger plans. People don't know, like right now, like the stuff I do now is just like simple like interviews and maybe a little podcast. But like I actually planning on doing like expanding upon this way bigger than I have way bigger ideas, like going out and like interviewing random people and just I don't know. I just think it'd be funny to interview random people. I'll give an example. So let's say, I'm interviewing you today, right? Well, if I was to if I had the suit and had the proper stuff, the day prior, so yesterday, I would be going out to Publix and just like giving people a microphone and be like, "Yo, what do you think about this guy?" And just like show.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh. You
I'm
good?
back. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Just cut out for a second. Yep.
I
We're
was
good.
basically I have a broad idea of this setup for like these interviews and stuff like that to like go around in Publix and just talk to people and just like ask people like what do you think of this person? It'd just be a picture of you. And like what's the first word that comes to your mind?
Jerk off. Someone's gonna.
Mops. Whatever
People-
comes to their mind. I think it'd be funny.
Failed mobster.
I think that's a cool idea. Yeah, failed mobster. Hey,
It'll
Joe's
be
a
all,
family man.
it would be all pre-recorded. I wouldn't do it live. I can't risk going to Publix and asking questions like that.
Publix. I try once in a while, like after some of the hangouts, I'll go to a public map, and it's cool sometimes. I'll go in there, and there's a lot of people that remember me. I always get shocked. There's so many people that will be like, "Dude, Joey, oh my God, I finally get to meet you. This is crazy." And it's still overwhelmingly flattering. But I like to go in there and take a few pictures with people and just kind of
Yeah.
talk, and then I'll see the occasional person staring at me, mute, like from a distance, peeking around the
Yeah.
corner, and I'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And you could tell they're shy, and they'll write out like, "I know who you are. I'm so shy. I've been wanting to meet you." I'm like, "Hey, give me a hug. Come here. Like don't hide. Come say hi." So I enjoy that. So I'll do that time to time secretly, on my own time, just to, get the feel of the community still, in Publix.
Yeah. I still go to Publix sometimes. It's just not so much anymore, unfortunately.
I can only be there for like 10 minutes, and then it gets out of control. So I got like a 10-minute timer. I get a 10-minute timer. People will be joining on me because I do have a lot of people I am friends with, on here, and I feel like I could never remove someone as a friend because I remember I did it in the beginning, where I was just trying to clean up lists, and oh my god, people were heartbroken. They were like,
Why'd you betray me?
like they were like, I can't believe, like, it was, and it hurt. It made me feel horrible. It was like, no, it's nothing against you, and like it made me feel terrible. So I'm scared to do it at all. So it gets.
Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah.
It's tough to say no sometimes,
It is.
Because I
That's
remember
one of my worst qualities. I have a tough time saying no.
You told me that when we were drinking one time. We were in my world, and you told me you had probably 2,000 or 3,000 friends, something like that in VR chat, and your friends list is probably or your friends request is probably 2,000 or something like that.
It's even more. Yeah. It's even more.
It's ridiculous. So when
it's crazy.
I made a friends plus. I didn't expect more than probably 10 people to show up, but it quickly filled to 50 people, and you were just surrounded by people.
Yeah.
And I was just I was like, I'm gonna make a private room, and it took you 20 minutes to get to my room.
Because I had to say goodbye. I didn't want to be rude and be like, I'm out. I had to say goodbye to all these people, and then trying to get out of there, wait, Joey, really quick, and I feel so bad. I'm so bad. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures. I feel bad, I'm a nice guy. I feel really bad.
I still remember that meeting you had to get to for the who was it? It was one of the developers, and for that little skit that we did together.
Oh, the little skit. Oh yeah, when we had the yes, I remember that.
The eggs. Before that, we were at the stage world, and people were just crowding them, and I ended up going off on people. It's like he has somewhere to go.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I got him. He doesn't mind being me. Egg he's literally especially in the Discord and everything. Egg is the principal. You don't want to mess with the principal. You gotta have that. You gotta have the principal who will be stern, but wants the best for everybody. And he's the nicest guy in the world, but you just don't mess with him. So, and he doesn't mind laying down the law. So he'll be like, he has somewhere to go. Everybody off. Joey, come on. And I'm like, okay, bye everybody. Everybody's like,
bodyguard.
Bye. He's good at that. He's good at that.
Like I said, I'm gonna keep going through these questions as quick as I can. I think we have a max about 40 minutes. I know it's oh geez, But there's always
again.
Next
I'm
time,
so sorry for the delay.
It's
I'm
all right.
so
I mean, there's
sorry.
always next time, right? You can come back in a year from now or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. In a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years.
I'll be 47 in a couple of years. I'll be 47 and I'll be ready. It'll be awesome.
Nice. And then you'd be like, you still playing VR chat? Yeah, back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day.
Awesome. So my next question was, why did you switch from YouTube to Twitch? I'm just kind of curious. I know a lot of other people from VR chat that did YouTube originally did switch to Twitch, so I'm kind of curious, how did that transition go for you and everything?
I definitely and I noticed it too, because everybody was streaming on YouTube, and that's where I streamed originally. Yeah. And I did notice a trend when I switched over to Twitch that a lot of people did and followed suit. And that's that's normal. One of the big faces on the YouTube side for the community moves over to Twitch. What do you think's gonna happen? That's a lot of people follow suit. So I noticed the trend. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people switched over, and it's just a better platform. But what was my justification for doing it? Was I always got 1,000, sometimes 2,000, even 3,000, viewers on YouTube every time I streamed, and I would do my Monday streams, over on YouTube. But every time I did a couple of streams on Twitch just for fun, but every time there would be this group of 40 people every time in the Twitch chat. And whenever I did my Monday YouTube stream, there'd be all these people in the YouTube stream, but these 30 or 40 guys just in the Twitch chat, and they were the secret chat, And these guys were so loyal. They were in there. I would watch them typing all the time. They were around, and there was just something about it where I just, I felt on the YouTube side that they cared about VR chat, and there's no problem with that. They subscribed for a reason. They wanted VR chat videos, and I totally get that. They did nothing wrong. But this group on this small little group on the Twitch side, for some reason, I got a feeling I was they just want to see me, whatever I do. What am I going to do next? They want to, they want to see me as a person and what I'm going to come up with next and my ideas and things. And I felt that. So I made the transition over. I didn't care about numbers. if I had an actual like manager or something, he would tell me that I'm crazy. This
Yeah.
is not a good business decision. You know, you're nuts. You're leaving all these viewers to go over to a small little group. You know, but I did it because I don't care about that. I care about it's always quality over quantity, and that's what I did. And I moved to Twitch, and my numbers were a lot lower. But it was the best decision I've ever made, hands down in my career of doing this full time as a content creator. Hands down, the best decision I ever made was moving over to Twitch for that small group, and a lot of those guys are still here, and we've grown now to a incredible community. And never change it for the world. The best business and moral and emotional decision I've ever made in my life regarding content creation and doing this. 100% hands down.
Yeah, it's yeah, because like I came from the Twitch side, so like everybody was already streaming, and around
Yeah, you were already there.
Yeah, I was already there, so I would see all these people. I'm like, they're all the YouTubers, and I knew that you guys were all going to go to Twitch. I knew I predicted it because I did YouTube for many years, and I know all about the issues of monetization and all that, and how YouTube is kind of pooping out, and a lot of people are going to switch to Twitch because it's just better for community. It's live, you know, it's more, you know, it's for connecting, you know, it makes more sense, right? Like on YouTube, you put out a video and then people comment and that's it. Or unless you do the stream, like the YouTube live streams, but like, I feel like a lot of the features are kind of like limiting, like in terms of, you don't get like the cool Twitch emotes and, you know, all that good stuff. You don't get to go to a TwitchCon and, you know, I just think it's better.
And but that's the thing though, even but on the YouTube side, it would make no sense for me to switch over. I was pulling 100,000 views
Yeah.
a video every time.
True.
And there would be no, and I never even streamed VR chat. Even when I made the switch over, I didn't like do it all the time. I still made the videos, you know, like I still did the videos. I just streamed on Twitch because I was like I want to go to these guys, this group of people, you know. So for me, it would be stupid if anybody was looking at me on a business standpoint to switch over to Twitch. I had everything solidified on YouTube. Demonetization was fixed. I was great. I was in like a whitelist, you know, over there where everything was great.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like,
You're
it was
lucky.
like good, you know. I wasn't getting hit with anything. It was beautiful. And with all that happening, I said, no, I'm going over to Twitch with such a small group user base, no subs or anything, or all new to it, and I'm not even going to be streaming VR chat that much. I'm going to be playing different games. It's the worst business decision you could ever make in my position, but I did it because I care about quality over the quantity. I didn't care about the numbers. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about any of that. And those guys saw that, and the people who continue to watch up to this day over on Twitch know that. They know me. And they'd be able to see right through me if I was full of crap. So, yeah, and now I love it. It was the best decision ever.
Awesome. So I guess we can lead into TwitchCon. So TwitchCon just happened not too long ago. You were there, TwitchCon 2019. There was the VR chat meetup. I'm sure you met many people, many new faces and old faces. What are some stuff that you remember from TwitchCon 2019?
Oh, TwitchCon 2019 was awesome. I went in there when we had the VR chat meetup, like the big VR chat. I started walking, and I was with like all the Patreons. So there was like you know, like 20 of us, whatever, 15 of us, and we were all going to eat after too. So I was like, hey guys, we'll leave here and we'll go eat. But we're walking there, and I just see this group of people in the park, and I'm like, man, nobody's gonna remember who I am. I don't play VR chat anymore except like privately, you know. I don't stream it anymore. I don't, you know, make videos on it. It's like everybody's gonna forget who I am, and it was really refreshing to. This is the one time where I was happy to be swarmed again. I usually don't like it. It was nice. It was like they remember me, you know, and that's the thing about the community. They don't forget their roots, just like I don't. You know, they don't forget, you know, everything that's built us as a whole. You know what I mean? Whether they're good or bad, there's always going to have good and bad times. But the fact that everybody, you know, so many people were excited to see me. I was so excited to see so many people. It was wonderful. So that was definitely, that was magical. It's always great to see so many. And then I had a lot of, I got to stream at TwitchCon, like in the convention center, which was really neat, with glass doors around, and a lot of people were hanging behind the doors and coming to say hi to me when I was streaming. It was really neat to see that. It's always fun to meet everyone, man. It's nothing like, you know, meeting your friends and people that you have all these connections with, you know, from viewers to, you know, friendships, to meet them and actually see them and give them a hug, you know, and give them a handshake and say what's up. It's no other feeling like it. So that was a lot of fun. I went to a lot of parties. I actually got very close. You know, I could thank Chips from that whole RP you were talking about. You know, I got very close with Rafflegator, with Rob, and me and him really bonded at TwitchCon too. He's a freaking amazing guy. I'm actually going to Chicago now to hang out with Stelt and Rob and Meech in like 3 weeks.
Nice.
So I'll be there hanging out with them. And that was all from the Crossover RP, if you really think about it. Otherwise, none of us would be friends. So you really take it apart the communities from Twitch to YouTube to now to VR chat, and you put it all together. It's really a magical thing to see from the beginning all the way till now and what it has created. So TwitchCon was awesome, and I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I haven't been to any TwitchCons. Technically speaking, I actually haven't still met a single person from VR chat. I was supposed to go actually last year, but I had to cancel within like the last couple of weeks, and this year I was just too busy with college. I'm in my 5th year, so I can't attend, unfortunately. But maybe 2020, I don't know. It's kind of sad, right? Because you would think like I would probably meet somebody, right? Or somebody from like Midnight Central, you know, the boys. I mean, we've been in like voice calls all the time, every day, and then we do video calls once in a while. But yeah, I'm like one of the ones. I always feel like I'm left behind, you know.
I love seeing Midnight Central. You guys are like I told you, like as a group on the friendships you guys have developed, how close you guys are. It's so awesome.
It's
to
a brotherhood.
See that. You guys are.
We're all brothers.
Oh my god, you guys are a fantastic group. I got to go during TwitchCon. Whoops invited me over with everybody. So I got to see Waffle and Whoops and Banana, and I got to see Vince and everybody. Like it's so nice to like see you all, you know, like see you guys and what you guys have created as a group of friends. It's honestly, it always puts a smile on my face, and you guys are like an awesome group. I'm just shocked you haven't met them yet. Like,
True.
That's your group, man.
I know. I mean, not all of
Like-
us have met. There's definitely some people in the group that still haven't met each other yet because they're just busy with work or, you know, stuff going on. Yeah. I think they posted pictures. You came in and they took a picture of you carrying some beers in. So
Yeah, I came in and yeah, I brought beers in because it was like the last night, so I brought some beers in to hang out. You know, I just wanted to see him for a little bit because it was like the last night for me, and I had to get up early too. But I wanted to see everybody, and yeah, like right when I walked in, they were all there, like bombarded. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, you know, they're awesome. They're
who won
hilarious.
beer pong?
Yeah. Actually, we played Scuff Beer Pong.
Oh, okay.
We just did a quick game because it was really scuffed because just the whole setup, there wasn't really enough room. So it was like me and Whoops, and it went on for like an hour and a half because we were doing trick shots and all this for like the last cup. It was just ridiculous. And he finally got it in. So he definitely took me down on the scuffed beer pong. It was like we had to do it on the edge of a table and crooked. And like in a hallway, it was so scuffed, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And he did good. He did good, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of beer pong, I told him about how you stole the beer pong belt trophy from Fan's birthday party.
Damn right.
What the hell,
Champ,
man?
baby. That's right. I'm
You
the
know,
champ.
you never got that trophy for playing Poker Stars, did you? Or Poker VR?
Never got that trophy. I'm the champ in Poker VR too. I won that. I got no trophy for that. So I
Yeah.
had to steal the beer pong one since I didn't get that trophy for winning the poker
Okay,
tournament.
makes sense.
I didn't get
Okay.
it sent
But
to
you
me.
didn't
I
win
stole the beer pong.
tournament either.
Nobody did. It ended, so I took the I took the belt. I get the belt. Since I didn't get sent my poker trophy, I take the beer pong belt. It makes sense.
All right, makes sense. Well, yeah, because I saw pictures. You know, you were at the Kinetic party, getting a nice dance.
That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
Looks like you're having fun. You're just you were like this.
I
You're like you're like you're like what?
I walked into that party. I'll just make it quick. I walked into that party and there was beer pong set up because it was gonna be me and Jake. And Captain set it up. He was like, "So you're the champion, I hear. Always go to these parties and cleaning house and
Yeah.
beer pong. You're playing right now, and here are the rules." And I was like, "Okay," and blah blah. And me and Jakey won. We wound up winning. It was awesome. So I went to the corner and I wanted to hit my vape like away from people. I didn't want to blow vape smoke in people's face. It was just not right, you know. So I just went over to the side and people were taking, you know, coming by and taking pictures and stuff with me, and it was cool. So I finally got some alone time, and all of a sudden, like, Emma came with like 4 other people. I think like Cece was behind and whatever, and they were like, "You have to come." Then a crowd of people came around. They were like, "You have to go." You have to come. And I was like, what? And then people started grabbing me, and then I think it was Hawk 6 Rippin', he grabbed me. Hawk grabbed me, and he was like, come, and pushed me, and there's a chair in the middle of the dance floor, and the whole party circles around this chair. They put me down, and they pinned me down, and all of a sudden the DJ goes, okay, and then puts on that song, yes.
Pony,
and I'm like,
go.
what? I'm like, what? And everybody starts singing it, and then out came Jakey. I was like, oh no, oh God, what is going on? And then, yeah, that's what happened. And I was just like, what? I was in shock. I literally, it just happened so fast. I didn't know where I was.
So remember how I told you that Jakey works for me? Yeah.
See, so you knew that was gonna happen?
Yeah, totally. What do you mean?
You knew before.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is my revenge. What do you mean? Listen, I brought you here for a purpose. I mean, come on. I told you.
Funny.
I told you that Jakey works for me, one of my dancers, brother. What do you mean?
That's true. I'm not gonna lie. It was a great party. They did a great job hosting. It was all a lot of fun.
200 IQ plan.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. You're good.
Moving on from that. Yeah, I just heard a lot of stories about people meeting each other from like TwitchCon and all that good stuff. Pepe Hands, I didn't go, but you know, there's always next time, right?
You're gonna be there.
I'll be there one day, and people are gonna be like, I feel like at the VR chat meetup, probably people didn't know what each other looked like, right? So I'm probably very surprised people had like flip their badges around and be like, "Who are you? Oh, you're that person."
Well, I mean, you face revealed, so.
Well, yeah.
The whole stream you did this. I know you look like.
What's up, brother? I look like I'm 12. Well, I'm actually 24. I don't know, just youth.
You do look like you're 12. That's good. That's a blessing.
Yeah, by the time I'm like 30, I'll just look like I'm 20. Easy.
Exactly. I wish. Cherish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cherish it.
You look like you're 12 too, Joey. Don't worry.
Thank you, Egg. See, he's paid to say that though. So.
Okay, I don't have to pay anyone.
That's a paid compliment. That's a paid compliment.
I expect the check.
Thoughts on the VR chat community and relation in the community as time went on. So obviously I'm talking about like comparing how, you know, you first got into this game and now in 2019 you don't get on as much. Technically, I think you still get on like Fridays for the Patreon stuff, and then maybe once another.
And Saturdays sometimes. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, like, what you think about the community in general.
Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a doozy.
That's a loaded question, right there.
That's a loaded question. You know what you're doing. That's a doozy.
I'm just prepared.
So now, it's hard to state what it more so is now. It in my opinion, this is just an opinion, and I will always love the VR chat communities. Always.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never talk bad about it, no matter what, and I will always. It's always been. It'll have the number one place in my heart for all eternity. It's literally changed my life in so many different good ways and changed me as a person. And that's the many people involved. It's not so much the game, even though the game brought us all together. The developers, I love them, but I will state when I think of the chat community now, I feel like Icrium did a good thing once and broke it down. In the beginning, the community was revolved, and this is not me being. A lot of people, says not me being. Oh God, how do I say this without being like I don't want to sound selfish. In the beginning, because no one was playing, a lot revolved around my videos. In the very beginning, there was only like 20 people playing the game, like 30, and for a long time, anywhere. I mean, if a map had 25 people playing, it'd be like, whoa, what the hell is going on? And as it expanded for the videos and more people came in, a lot revolved, a community formed, and then it got bigger and bigger that it still formed. There was like, people were like, well, where's this VR chat community I hear of? It was like an inner circle of like, lots of people, but you had to break through like, the knuckles and break through all of that to get to all the beautiful people. That's like kind of what you had to do. So it kind of started, in a way, I planted a seed with some of the videos and then it grew, but I was in no shape or form a creator. I planted a seed, everybody else did everything. I had a very little part in it. A lot of people like to give me too much credit for that, which I don't like to take. However, though, when I think of the VR chat community now, I don't think of it as a community. I think of it as multiple communities broken up, and there's multiple different communities in a giant whole. So when people say the VR chat community, a lot of people will think of that old kind of community that it used to be. That doesn't seem to be that so much anymore. It seems to be it's multiple communities of different groups that combine into one. You know, you got like like Ladle and that group on that side, you know, and the Lolthons over there, and then like, you know, so many different things broken up in different communities, but in retrospect make a whole. How it used to be was a smaller community because the game was still so new, which, you know, I was involved in with everyone, and now it's just expanded. And you could consider even that one as one of the communities out of the many communities that make up VR Chat as a whole. So in retrospect, it's multiple communities together, but we're all joined together in some way or another, and all share a friend or a friend group that you know, bonds us all as one. And how it's turned out today, it's growing pains, man. You can't expect something to be so beautiful and last so perfectly all the time. It's gonna have growing pains. It's gonna have ups and downs. Remember, it's still so new. It's only like 2.5 years old, if that.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't just. So while it has its ups and downs, the wholesomeness and purity and the wanting to help one another is there. Sure, it'll have its drama moments, as people say. But that's growing pains. That's growing pains. Everybody has good intentions for the most part. You have your bad apples just like in any city, any other place, anywhere. And then you got you have your bad apples, and then you have your wonderful apples. That is really the faces and what makes the community beautiful. So,
Of course.
What kind of apple am I, Pops?
you are an egg.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I get what
it's
you're
not
saying.
Yeah, VR Chat wouldn't say it's a community. Like, there's not a VR Chat community. VR Chat's a community hub where communities come and meet, and
Yeah,
it's more of a hub place now than just a solid community.
Yeah, I can agree
Yeah,
with that, for sure.
I can understand because I talked to people that played around your time or even before you, like Kimple and Lolathon and stuff like that, where they played like way back in the day, and they would talk. They say like something very similar. You know, it was very close net. Like you would you'd hop in and you would know probably everyone. You'd be like, oh yeah, I know that person. This person.
Exactly.
And now
exactly.
like you hop in and you're like, I don't know any of these people, and most
I wouldn't know anybody if I went to a world.
yeah, and most people you would just stick to your friends, right? Like you're not gonna go to a public and goof off with random. I mean, you still could, but like I think the meta of people who play this game are completely different than what they originally were. Like people are more about screwing around.
It's just got bigger.
Yeah,
that's
got a lot
that's
bigger.
it. You know, when it's small, it's an example. You're in high school. You know, like everybody. You know, friends in high school kind of knows everybody. You know what I mean? In a high school, you go to college, you don't know everybody. You barely know anybody. It's so big. You know what I mean? That's kind of like a good example to give. And you know, while you do have friends in college and you kind of like, you know everybody, it's just it's too big. You have a little group that you hang out with, and there's multiple communities together that make that university, that campus, you know. Meanwhile, in high school, it's like, you know, or your grade class, everybody kind of knows everybody, you know, and even the school. So it's smaller. It's what happens when it gets bigger. And but yeah, it used to be like I didn't even friend Matt6 for 2 months. We weren't friends. Like actually like friends
What
in VR
the
chat.
heck?
Like we were not friends in VR chat for 2 months, and we always encountered each other for the videos. Always. That's how small it was. For like 2 to 3 months we didn't friend each other. Like we played the roles really good. Matt6 is like he's like a brother to me. You know, he literally is. It was amazing hanging out with him at TwitchCon. He literally is like a brother to me, and I do anything for him. Me and him, you know, went through a lot, you know, with the spotlight on us, and we tried our best to bring so many people together. We did, you know, and us two, it's like the dynamic duo, you know, and he's like a brother to me. But we didn't even friend each other for like 3 months, and we would run into each other every time we played because it was so small. We had the same group of friends, you know, because everybody was friends because of just from the population.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I get what you're saying, like it's smaller. So, I mean, it felt like the same way for me when I played in December. It was about when there was about 1,000-ish players were on. It was still small. I mean, yours is a lot smaller, like literally less than 100, but mine was 1,000. And when I would go to like Gaia Night and Penthouse and Night and all these old maps, I would recognize like quite often the same people.
You still would, yes.
I'd be like, oh, that's that
Yes.
person and this person and stuff like that. But when a lot of the streamers, you know, like Poke and Soda Poppin' and Strippin' and Dyrus and all these, you know, big streamers started popping up and like really streaming the game. Even Shroud streamed the game. I remember because the day Shroud streamed the game, it got like 20,000 players and it broke VR chat. Like the servers weren't running because it's just too many people.
Crazy, yeah. Yep.
So yeah, eventually, obviously, when like more streamers showed up and YouTubers and all this stuff, the game really skyrocketed in popularity and player base, and I felt like, by the end, by like sometime in like maybe early 2018, I felt like the seclusion started to happen. So like people were sticking to like their hub friends and things like that. I mean, there's still people that would hang out in Publix, but I felt like over time, uh, people started to just be like, I'm only going to hang out with this person or this community or stuff like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And from your chat, Aturl brought up a good point. I just want to read what he said. He said, growth leads more opportunities for people with different personalities and more chances for those people to have conflicting personalities. And he's absolutely right. That's a really great way to put it, to be honest. It's really well put.
Yeah, I agree on that. So, running out of time here, but I'll ask one or two more questions, then we'll take some questions from the chat, and then
Sure.
if any other questions that you have or Egg has. So, one question I think everyone has on their mind is, do you ever plan on getting back into VR chat, or are you just like, I only want to get on just for hangouts and stuff like that?
I like to do it once in a while if it's like a special thing, like a triple date or something, fun to bring back the old school memories and like, feel good fun, but for the most part, I got tired of having the camera on and the recording. There was a point where everybody had one, a recording
Yeah.
of something, and it didn't feel genuine to me anymore. It hurt. I remember I was really upset for a while because it just didn't feel, and I noticed near the end of me doing the episodes, I started losing the interest in it because people weren't being themselves. That raw feel good you had in the first beginnings where I had people knew who I was then, and their personalities get different sometimes in front of camera. Some people are really funny, but when they know a camera's on them, they are not. They're either shy or nervous. And some people are just not funny, and they try to be funny in front of a camera. It makes it bad.
I get what you're saying.
So you
It's
didn't have that raw,
the-
genuine, strangers having a good time anymore.
Yeah,
It was
pe-
more
people,
forced.
Yeah, people become more disingenuous when people know they're on camera. So it's the same thing
Exactly.
when I was hanging out when like Team 5 was blowing up. Almost everybody started to like just stream because it's so easy, right? You just get OBS and you turn it on, and like I remember
Mm-hmm.
going to like Twitch and just seeing like the top channels, like literally 10 people were streaming in the exact same room, and it was just like cameras everywhere. So like people were just bouncing off of each other, and it just got really weird. Like it was just originally like like Poke and like Stripper and Dyrus or whatever, like a couple people, and then like everybody started streaming. So it was just kind of like everybody's just streaming the same room, and it still feels like that sometimes, where like you get like the streamer lobbies, and there's just like people, you know, streaming each other or whatever. It's just weird.
And to me, that took a lot of the fun out of the game. So I don't record it anymore. I don't stream it. I never really did stream it. I always just did recording for YouTube. I wanted, and I love it now because I could go, and hang out in VR chat. We're a group of some amazing close friends, so many of them too, and just kind of relax, and nobody's being different. Nobody's got a camera on them to act different. You get their real personalities, and to me, every time I do it, it brings that old feel back into the game I fell in love with. So I don't plan on going back to making videos on it. I don't plan on streaming it. I love what it is now, and how it is and how I get to enjoy it. And that's off camera to see the real personalities and the love and the fun and the joy like it was back in the beginning for me. So I wouldn't change anything that's happened, but it was amazing doing all that. But now I just want to experience the game and the people for what it is.
I wonder, there are games that are popping up there like VR Chat that might give you that sense of nostalgic, where it's like, it's a brand new game, you might not know anyone. What happens if you play a game like that, where it's like VR Chat, but it's the same like back where it was, where nobody knew.
There's a few that reach out that that try to get some attention on it, and maybe I will. Maybe I will. Nothing will ever. VR Chat will always be my home, my number one place. It's just that'll never.
Lavender
that can never be taken. That can never be taken away. It can't.
I say that because Lavender just turned early access, so it's like VR Chat essentially. It's basically.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, okay. Then you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you never know. That might be, whatever. We'll see what happens with that. So one last question I want. My questions. Not a lot more, but obviously time is of the essence. So one question I wanted to ask is, what do you think about when we first met compared to now? So I asked this question to a lot of people. And the reason why I ask is because obviously I rebranded. I don't know if you knew, but obviously in June of this year, I went from being Kenny K. Kona playing that character with the accent for over a year and a half, and then I switched to rebrand to this character named Ryder, where she's more representing of my channel being like a rebel, being an outsider sort of type character. So I'm just kind of curious, like, what do you think about like me rebranding? Because some people are like, nah, dude, like, you should have still be Kenny, or why are you playing this girl for? Like, you know what I mean?
Any rebranding. Well, my thought is, whatever you rebrand to, my opinion, it's never gonna change my outlook on any of the content you produce, because what I see with you is, which I always respect, and I said it a little bit earlier, you try to get everyone involved in multiple things. Like with these podcasts, I know that you're trying to do so many and trying to get people, whether they're a big streamer, whether they're a tiny streamer, whether they're not a streamer at all, just a person in the community. You try to get everyone involved. You try to, and on top of that, like you did with the picture, with the mural, on there, you try to get everyone involved, and I love that. It reminds me of me, what I tried in the beginning and what I continue to try to do each day, and I respect that so much. So whatever you rebrand to is never gonna, I'm always gonna see you as you're doing different things to not only produce great content for your viewers, but at the same time get people involved. So whatever you rebrand to, that's your branding image that's engraved in my head, and you'd have to do something crazy to change my mind on that. So that's where I stand, on my outlook with you on your rebranding. Even if you change from K-Kona, and I get how that is, because I rebranded to playing games, and not VR chat, and people are all the time like, hey, go back to VR chat, Ryan misses you,
man?
Just you get it all the time with K-Kona, it's just. Where's Matt 6?
Yeah, where's Matt 6,
I get it all the
dude?
time.
Come on.
All the time. And,
hey, do the
I
K-Kona
get it.
voice, man. Why are you playing a chick, bro? Everyone plays a chick in this game. What the heck?
So and it sometimes makes you think, and it sometimes, gets under your skin, or it makes you feel bad, and, but the fact that you're continuing to pursue it, more credit to you, man, because I've done it too, and I know the feelings. But like I said, your image to me is, you do try to bring so many people together. I have a big respect for anybody that does that, because that's what I've tried to do and continue to try to do since day one. And I can see when someone's genuinely trying to do that. So I always appreciate that.
I appreciate the kind words, sir. I really do. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So, before we end and go off and do our stuff, any questions in the chat? I always try to get questions in the chat because I want to know what you guys think. So let us know now, please. I'm running out of time, essentially. Like 9 o'clock, I gotta go, boys, So, it's just 12 minutes from now, so. If anyone has any questions. And then I don't know if you spawned in here, but I just wanted to show you, like, I took pictures of every single person, so we're going to be doing that as well.
Awesome.
A question to Frag. What was the idea for having a floating egg on your head?
It's cute.
Hold on, let me, I can go to a larger... Oh, thank you so much for the 1,000.
Where's Matt 6? Where's my VR chat?
Where's Matt 6? Where's VR chat? Oh, I can switch to the wide camera angle. There you go. There you go.
Short, simple answer, because it's actually a long answer. It's cute. There you go.
Oh, okay. Also, that guy.
And if it's removed, he dies. Actually.
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
That's one of the tied-in things.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that. Thanks so much. 1,000 biddies. Thank you. Any other questions? This is your time to shine. The egg tastes good.
Oh no, Land's here.
Oh God! Oh no!
She's trying to kill.
She will try to kill Ek. She will.
What the heck?
She's created. In a mother's words, I've created you, and I could remove you.
She does it all the time.
Nagzz, you mentioned many times where you questioned yourself to continue streaming. What are some key moments that brought you to stream full-time / continue streaming?
As from Oddturtle, right? Because I saw that.
Yeah, Oddturtle, yep.
Because I remember he wrote that on Twitter, and I appreciate that. The key moments that brought, one of them definitely. I got a lot of. One of the key moments that made me do it full time was when I sat with my father and I told him that I'm gonna try doing this full time. and we argued for 6 hours. He didn't want me to do content creation, or a YouTuber. Oh, you're gonna be a YouTuber, you need a real job. And that man does not cry. That man does not show any emotions. He's very old school. Boom, you have your job, your 401k, you do this.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, and when I told him that, he wanted nothing to do. He was like about to disown me, until I sat there and I read over hundreds and hundreds of comments from the videos of people saying how I've saved their life, on how it's changed how they've broken out from social anxiety. Some long, beautiful messages that were, I read them to him for an hour. I'm almost gonna tear up thinking about it, and he started tearing up. I've seen him cry twice in my life. When his father passed, and he barely shed a tear. And in this moment here, when I read everything to him, and he goes, you know what? He's like, you know what? Then go help them. Then go do it. I'll get you back. You can't leave these people hanging. And that's what I did. And some other key moments with that as time went on is as the messages I get and the things I see happening between people, the friendships that were happening, you get older, you realize that life has its ups and downs, people lose their jobs. You make a bunch of money, you lose a bunch of money. You're broke, you lost a friend, you lost a snack. But in the overall long run, life is about creating memories between the ones you love and holding on to those memories, because life could end at any point. It's one heartbeat away from being over. So if you could help just even a few people to have a better life and create some memories and make them have a more enjoyable experience that we're all here to live by, I mean, that's really what life is about in the end, because we're all going to die eventually, and we want to have the best time we can have, because you only get one life to live. So
YOLO.
YOLO.
Bring that back. Sorry, I just had to say that you only live once. That's what YOLO means.
You only live once. You really do. You really do.
YOLO.
Truest usage of YOLO.
Yeah, probably the only proper use of YOLO. Everyone says it for stupid reasons, but that actually is a real reason. Yeah, that's a real reason.
So that was a key moment for me to continue to start doing it and then continuing it. There was a lot of moments that popped up. TwitchCon even last year with this year, where I was taking pictures with so many people, and they're telling me I had people crying, taking pictures with me, and on how I've helped them and breaking out from social anxiety and so many different things, and seeing it. How could I stop? How could I stop? Who would I be to stop? I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the fame. There's no fame. There's no money. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to make enough money to continue doing it every day. I know it's going to end eventually in being a full-time content creator. It's going to end eventually. Everything great comes to an end. And I'm trying to enjoy every single day I can doing this for the wonderful people that put me in this position, making the best out of it and making as many memories between all of us as I can. So that's what it comes down to.
Well said. I don't know what else to say. Just that was a speech right there. That was very nice, very kind.
It's a good question.
Is the Bagel Bites going to be public, or is it going to be private?
I believe it is going to be public. It'll be public.
I'm pretty sure Fox said it would be public world.
Yeah,
it'll be a public world. He did a great job. He did a great job with it. But mostly what it's intended use for is for during the Patreon hangouts. For us to to have a nice quiet place where we could call home, and a big shout out. I know Landfear was there. Big shout out to Landfear and to Oath, both of them, for allowing us to use Neko Nights for a lot of the hangouts. They created a great club, a great community, weekly party for everybody to get together. They did a fantastic job, and that's inspiration from that, because of what they've done, and what they've created and done for so long. We want to do that for our little group, so where we could have a quiet place, to kind of hang out all together and call ours. And they've let us use that the entire time, and I really appreciate that from them.
Hearts in the chat. So I'm just telling people what to do. But I mean, it's true. I mean, the club's been going on for like a year. Technically, I am the manager of Neko Nights, and I just do my thing. But it's always fun. Yeah, it's just like a hangout. I mean, because I go to Neko Nights every Friday, and we just hang out and have fun. Like, that's all it is. Like, it's just like a time people go there, like a long day at work, or long week or whatever, and people just go there to have fun. That's all it is. Just to hang out and drink a couple beers, or take a couple shots, play some beer pong, beat Nagzz. You know.
That's what this game. That's what this game
Yeah,
is about.
exactly.
It's about having fun. About having fun.
Exactly. That's why I feel
Fun.
like just because we're running out of time here, I'll take like one more question. But I just wanted to quickly mention, like, obviously I've streamed this game for almost 2 years now. Like, I'm crazy, I'm mental. And I finally, after like doing these interviews, I've done 21. You're the 22nd person, and I feel like I've finally done. I'm doing something that I actually enjoy and actually want to expand upon, and I feel like this is the right thing I'm doing. And I feel like it's gonna grow bigger and larger as time goes on.
Hey, I'd be happy to come on at any time. You already won me over in the beginning when you did your homework, when you started talking about the original videos and some of the key things you pointed out. You're an actual interviewer. Does the homework and has everything prepped up. So and you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Gotta do something you love, man, and you're good at it.
Hey,
I'd be happy to come on
Hey, my
anytime you
mom
need.
and dad always told me I should get into radio, so. This is a little different. A little different.
It's a little different. A little different. A little different.
Hey,
But you know, same concept. Same overall underlying concept. You know.
Yeah, come back.
Everything.
2026.
I'd be happy to come on at any time. You've been a great host.
Be like 80 something in 2026. I don't think he can come back.
What do you mean? Just give him
I
a
hate him
VR
so
headset. You be in the nursing home. Strap me in, egg.
Get it. I apologize. I'm not in VR with the power going out and everything. I just wanted to rush in here.
Oh
you
no,
know,
it doesn't
so.
matter. You don't have to be in VR for this, like at all. It's just if you want to or not.
Yeah, but it's more. I could be using. Like I'm moving my hands so much as I
Yeah,
talk. So you know, you'd be seeing that in VR.
I mean, I only
like,
need to be in VR because I need to switch the camera angles. That's about it. I normally probably do this in desktop, but I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much for coming on, and even though it was a bit scuffed, it's always next time, right? I do these almost every. I do these, by the way, almost every single day. Every single day, I find somebody.
That's. I go back to what I said about you, man. You try to get everybody in the entire community.
Yeah, tomorrow is
involved.
Arcadeum.
That's awesome.
So,
the D&D kid. I got to meet him at TwitchCon.
Yeah, because
D&D master.
We're gonna be discussing Callous Row, which is an RP that he's been planning for like 8 months. In VR chat, Callous Row. It's like GTA, but like cyberpunk. So in VR chat, we're like
Interesting.
30, 40 people are gonna be like, I'm part of it. I can't be there that Friday because I'm away, which is unfortunate. But to break it down, it's like a RP, but like nobody's a main character, and you can get injured. There's a hospital. People play as like medics. I play a mechanic, biker chick, and then other people, play mechanics. I don't know, hobos, bums, rafflegators, like a bum or something. I don't know what he is, something like that. Basically, it's like a living, breathing city, but in VR chat.
That is awesome.
So
that's awesome.
It's the most ambitious like RP, so it's gonna be really cool.
That's funny. He's next on your podcast. I was just on a podcast with Rafflegator with Arcadeum and a few others. So rolls around. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. Sorry about my phone going off. Everybody said, "Oh, you got power." Sorry.
All right. So anything you want to? I give this time and give you like a minute to shout out anything you're working on, anything going on, your Discord, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Twitch, anything you want to work on, your Patreon, anything you want to shout out, plug.
I just want everybody to continue having a great time in this game. Nothing to shout out, I just want everybody to continue being such a great community. Everybody continue being friends. The viewers that are here to that tune into me or to anybody, just as content creators on behalf of like me and Rebel, like thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot, and I just want everybody to continue having fun. We're all in this kind of together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're here to have fun, have a good time, and don't ever forget that. Don't forget that. Friendship, pot.
Friendship forever. Hearts in the chat, clappers in the chat. So one last thing before I end, I'd just like to say thank you again so much to Joey and Eggs,
Of course.
for coming by and being a part of my show. Like I said, I do this almost every single day, and thank you so much. And one last thing, I keep saying that. I need to take a selfie of both of you, and then we're Gucci, and then we're good, and that's it.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I wish I had like a clapper button or something. You know what I mean? It's just so awkward. Yeah, there you go. All right, let me get this going here. Boom, boom. I'm good at taking pictures. I'm like Speedy Gonzalez. I know how to do this stuff like real fast. Let me just make sure
Okay.
it's photo camera. Flip it around. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Get on either side. You can get a little closer. Yeah, like, there you go.
Is this too close? Oh, this is good? Okay.
Oh, this is good. This is perfect.
Hello?
There you go. Like this. I'll take one more. Always take two, by the way. Pro tip.
Always two. Always two.
Yeah.
Hello?
Boom. And then that's it. That's the whole thing.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Wow, 9 o'clock exactly. You got a knack for this.
Yeah.
Very-
I
very
told
good.
you.
This is
I'm good at
gonna be the
this.
first time I get to see this actually live.
That's his disappearing act. to say goodbye.
Oh,
That's his
if you
magic
wanted,
trick.
if you wanted
Yes.
to, I'll just show you something real quick. So if you wanted to see everybody that I ever interviewed, they're all over here. Every single
Oh,
person.
that's awesome. That is awesome. That is so cool. I love it.
Yeah, all the memories, all the people I've interviewed. I done like technically one podcast. I call these like interviews, by the way. I'm not like, I think like podcasts are like more people. I think like an interview is like more because you can tell like there's just one-on-ones type thing.
There's
so-
one. It's more personable.
Yeah, because it's more like between
Please don't
about
stop.
you.
Please don't stop what you're doing, man. Not only just the interviews, just with bringing everybody together and including everyone. You're the
course.
king at that.
I have
Doing a
big
great job,
plans.
man.
I have a sign-up sheet, so I can send in my chat in a minute. But I do have a sign-up sheet, so anyone's allowed to come on. Just sign up, and then I'll figure it out. And as time goes on, I just DM people and be like, hey, are you available at this time? Because it tells you like it's a sign-up sheet where it tells you like, are you available these days? What's your Discord? What's your links and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome, man.
What do you think
Never
about
stop.
these art? I'm just saying before you leave. Just hell yeah, brother.
Why aren't you
What?
playing him anymore?
What?
Why can't you bring
Doesn't that look like
can't you
you?
bring-
Technically, just put a beard on
What?
it. What? Yeah. What do you mean?
If I take the beard, if I put a beard, that would be. I guess yeah. If you put a beard on me,
Yeah.
I guess yeah.
Just put some
Yeah, I can see
glasses
that.
in. It's close enough.
Good looking guy. Good looking
What
guy.
do you think about
Good-looking
this
guy.
art? Can you handle these, brother? I don't think you can.
This is awesome though. This is one of the best
This
pictures.
is
That's awesome.
JT drew those two.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then that's it. That's the whole world. Oh yeah, there's these signs too. I don't think you ever pay attention. There's like these signs in the background.
Look at that. That is awesome.
Yeah, I plan to more stuff, Whatever signs, I can put it up there. I could put a little Jilly Bagels there or something. I put a little bagel or something. I don't know.
Yo, heck yeah. That's awesome. It's like the Times Square. It reminds me of like the Times Square VR chat.
Yeah, that's why I got
That's
the
awesome.
idea, and then I was just like, because
Yeah.
technically there's windows in the background, right, when I do interviews, so I wanted to like,
That's beautiful.
but yeah, thank you so much. I'll get going on my thing and do my thing.
All right. Thank you again for having me. You have
Yeah.
a wonderful night.
Yeah, I'll see you sometime in the next 10 years.
All right. I'll see you in 2026, Rebel. Have a
Alright.
good one.
All right, see you. 2026. Joey does need a sign. Hey man, if you can give me one, I'll put it up. Anyone can join chat, even you. Yeah, let me post. Oh my god, I just realized I'm actually facing backwards. Like I just